Hey there, my name is David Nips, and in today's video, I'm not going to be talking about the most cutting-edge Facebook ads strategy or the best funnel to use that's going to convert like crazy. But instead, I'm going to be talking about 4 qualities that you should look for when hiring for a Facebook ads manager in your business. And if you're watching this video, it probably means that you're in one of 2 buckets. Bucket number 1 is that you've never ran Facebook ads before for your business. You're feeling like I've seen this working for many, many years in a lot of other businesses in different industries as well as your own, and you're looking to start utilizing this marketing tool for your business. Or the second one is that you've already been doing it before, and inside of your business yourself, you've gotten as far as you possibly could. Maybe you haven't seen the results that you've been looking for, or maybe you have, but you're having trouble scaling it and you're looking for outside help. Or actually a bonus third option is that maybe you've been burned in the past by marketing agencies, freelancers, or employees, and you're now looking for what are the things that I should actually look out for when hiring for this position or this service that you're looking to hire for. And in today's video, I'm going to be walking you through 4 qualities to look for when hiring any and absolutely any Facebook ads manager or agency for your business. So without further ado, let's jump into my whiteboard where I'm going to be walking you through these 4 qualities and how you can make sure that your next hire is such a good one that your business actually scales the way that you're looking for. So before we jump into that, I want to talk about the 4 different types of businesses and people that you can hire for this position. And the first one, which is an obvious one, is that you can hire an employee. So you can post a job listing on Indeed or Monster.com, or you might know somebody that you bring into your business as an actual W-2 employee who works for you, whether that's full-time or part-time, to run your ads for you. That's always an option. The second option is that you can hire a freelancer, and that's somebody who comes in as an independent contractor in your business, potentially on a per project, an hourly rate, or potentially just like a monthly retainer. The third option that you have is that you can hire a marketing agency similar to the one that I own. And this is usually a team of people that come in. So there'll be like a team of people that come in, such as a graphic designer, a copywriter, a project manager. And all of these have their pros and cons. But one of the pros of an agency is that they usually bring different types of expertises together, if that's the ideal case. But also you're going to be spending more money. Whereas a freelancer, you'll be spending less money, but you'll have less of the options and the skill sets in that. And for an employee, very similar to a contractor, you have less options. It's a little bit less money sometimes, but the benefit of an employee is that you will get their long-term commitment and you actually have them in your business as an actual employee and not like a contractor or an agency. The fourth option that you have here is do it yourself. So this is always an option, and you might be watching this video just saying, I'm looking for the qualities of what I need to have to run the ads for my business myself. One of the examples that I always use though for something like this is that, say for example, you're a dentist and your billable hourly rate is $300 an hour. When you're running and spending time writing copy, creative, managing these ads, thinking about these ads, are you making more than $300 an hour on your time? If you are, it's arguable that maybe it's a good opportunity for you to continue running the ads for your business and generating and scaling your business that way. But if you're not, which is most likely the case, even if you're spending $40, $50, $60 an hour for somebody else to run your ads for you, or potentially just paying a marketing retainer for that, a monthly retainer, it's arguable that you're actually going to profit more by spending time in your practice than you are running your own ads for yourself. So take that into consideration when watching this video. And without further ado, let's jump into these 4 qualities that you should be looking out for when hiring for your business. And the first quality that I think is arguably the most important one is a deep understanding of your business. And what do I mean by that? If you are somebody, say for example, you own a hair salon. Obviously, I know what a hair salon is. It's where people go to get their hair cut, they get their hair styled, they get their hair colored, and sometimes offering other services there. So I got the idea of what the services are, so got that. But what I don't understand is, how does somebody feel when they go into that business? And then how does somebody feel after they leave? What's that transformation that happens inside? What I also don't understand are, what are the pain points of somebody who's looking to go to a hair salon? Is it price? Is it service? Is it time? What are those pain points that somebody's facing? Although I understand that hair salons do cutting and different things like that, I don't always understand what are the different types of cuts, what are the different price points for all of these things, who should get what and why, how should I put that picture on the ad to attract that person. Do you get what I'm saying? So you need to have somebody who has a deep understanding of your business, okay? And what that comes down to is that do they understand your customer avatar? Do they understand what your customer looks like? What are they interested in? What makes them tick? These things are really important to understand when you're advertising for a business. Do they understand your products? And it's not to say that these things can't be learned, but it's important that you have this in place. And have they have any experience marketing a business similar to yours? So for example, if you're working with a company that has spent a lot of time marketing for real estate agents, you might not want that same person marketing for your e-commerce store, because it's completely different, and you want to look for somebody who has experience in your industry. And if they don't have experience in your industry, what you want to look for is how much time is it going to take to get them to that point. Okay, so you really want to look at what is their understanding of my business and how can they properly speak for my brand and the things that I offer properly. So that's number one. The second quality that you want to look for is something called a T-shaped marketer. And I'll visualize this for you here. And this one's also super critical because Facebook ads is just one part of the story. There's email marketing, there's landing pages, there's branding, there's graphic design, there's content, there's all of these different facets of digital marketing, as you know. So what a T-shaped marketer looks like is, imagine a T like this that comes down, and this is Facebook ads right here. And this person is super skilled in Facebook ads. But oftentimes what happens is people have no understanding of any other facets of digital marketing, and they just know how to run proper Facebook ads. And the issue with that is that if a Facebook ad's not converting, it doesn't always mean that the Facebook ad was poor. It might mean that the landing page didn't have really strong messaging to take them through to the finish line of calling or booking an appointment or purchasing something. Or maybe the email sequence that they received, maybe there wasn't an email sequence there at all, or potentially it was a poorly written. Or maybe the content on the website wasn't fully there. There's 100 different types of things that impact advertising and marketing online. So when you're looking for a marketing agency, an employee, or a contractor to come into your business, you want them to be masters of Facebook ads, yes, but you also want them to be T-shaped marketers. And what that looks like is they have an understanding of how email works. They're not experts at it, but they understand it enough to be a little bit dangerous in that space, and they can speak to it. They're also people that understand websites and funnels. These Facebook ads have to drive people somewhere, and where are they going until they understand how that process works. Another example might be content. So in terms of blogging or emails or social media posts, things of that nature are super important there. And there can be a ton of other things and a ton of different industries there. Again, you want somebody who understands Facebook ads as an expert, but they also know these side pieces enough to be dangerous in them and speak to them when marketing your business. Okay, so the third one that I want to talk about is copy and creative. And this is where I really want to focus on breaking down the difference between a media buyer and a full service Facebook ads manager. And the difference is, so the two things I want to talk about here are copy and creative. And the difference between a media buyer and a full service manager. Okay? So a media buyer is somebody who just runs the ads. So a media buyer is somebody that you send copy, create, and creative to. The benefit of this is that it's cheaper. So hiring just a media buyer to just run the ads, set up the audiences, make sure that everything's delivering and targeting and things like that is cheaper than hiring somebody to do the entire gambit. But remember, if you hire just a media buyer, you have to do the copy and creative yourself, or you have to hire somebody else to do it for you. A full service manager is somebody that actually writes the copy, they design the creative, and that can be photos, it can be videos, and they even help you come up with some of the offers and things that they know that will convert well. So the benefit of this is that they do everything. You just have to show up, explain the things that they need, get them onboarded, and they'll be able to run the ads from A to Z for you. But they're oftentimes a bit more expensive. Okay, so keeping that in mind. And if you're hiring somebody who is a full service manager, some of the things that you want to look out for is how are their copywriting skills. And one of the best ways to get this understanding is to either ask them to give you a sample of what it would look like for your business. So ask them, hey, can you just write up some ads and just show me what it would look like for you to work for my business? If they really want your business, they will consider doing that. And the second thing is, can you show me some examples of your work in the past? I've seen so many agencies and Facebook ads managers and contractors and employees who have a really good understanding of how Facebook ads work, but when you actually ask them to write the copy for you and spend time trying to create a message for your business, it really, really falls short, and this is such a critical part of it. So you want to make sure that you ask for samples and you ask for examples and make sure that they can really clearly write about your business in a way that's going to generate somebody from seeing your ad for the first time to purchasing one of your products or services. The second one is creative, and very similarly to copy, you want to ask for samples. You want to ask for examples. So is this going to be somebody who is highly skilled in Photoshop and Adobe Premiere and understands video and complex design? Or is this somebody who understands Canva and can create some really classy images, which can also work really well, which is like the second tier down? Or is this somebody who has no understanding of graphic design or photo editing, and they're either expecting you to give them all, or they're just going to use stock images, which will typically never convert as well as properly done creative materials. So you definitely want to look at what is the copy and creative experience that they have, and are they a media buyer or are they a full service Facebook ads manager? That's super, super important for this to work out for you. And the last one that I want to talk about is price. So when you're hiring a full service marketing agency to do it for you, I'll give you kind of an understanding of what the price can look like. And it can range from anywhere from $1,500 if they're just doing the media buying, up to anywhere around $5,000 plus, depending on what is your ad spend, the number of campaigns, the complexity of the business, etc. That's what you're looking for agency pricing. And when it comes to contractors, it really ranges. You could get some contractors for as little as $300 a month, factoring in hours or retainer, however you pay them, or all the way up to $3,000 a month. It just completely depends, but this is just kind of giving you a range of pricing here. And one of the things that I always like to look out for is how much are you paying this person or business to run the ads for you versus how much ad spend are you putting into the business, and what is the expected or the anticipated return on ad spend here. So for example, if you're paying an agency $2,000, and I'm going to do some whiteboard math here. So $2,000 goes to the agency, and you start spending $2,000 in actual ad spend. That comes to a total of $4,000, as you know. And let's say for this $2,000, you get a 3 times return on ad spend. So that $2,000 turns into $6,000. So you spend $4,000, that turns into $6,000. Okay, great. Now this is not factoring in lifetime value, repeat customers, anything like this. This is just talking about direct sales from your ads. You generate $6,000. Now, you have to factor in, I spent $4,000 to generate this $6,000. And what is your gross profit? If your gross profit, for example, is 50%, just for math's sake, after paying for supplies and labor to create the product or service that this $6,000 generated, you're left with $3,000 of profit. Okay? But you spent $4,000 to generate that. Okay? So now you're negative $1,000. So what you need to look at is, how much am I spending this agency, for this agency or this contractor or this employee? How much am I spending in ad spend for this person to manage? And what is my expected return on ad spend? And what is my profit margins? Because with this example, yes, a 2 times return on ad spend might be normally considered good for you. But if you're spending $2,000 on an agency to manage it, you're actually in the red. But to get out of the red, you need to take this $2,000 and you might need to bump it up to $4,000, $5,000, $10,000 a month and scale it up so that the management fee actually makes sense. So you really, really need to look at the pricing of your campaigns, how much you're spending for management of it, and making sure that it makes sense profitably for your business. With that being said, these are 4 qualities that I consider to be absolutely crucial when hiring for your next Facebook ads manager position. If you have any questions at all, feel free to visit my website, linked down below. Comment down below any questions that you might have, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Thank you. Hey guys, thank you so much for checking out this video. If you're interested in getting more content just like this on marketing, business, and personal finance completely free, go ahead and click that subscribe button down below. I release videos every Wednesday at 2:00 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and I'd love to see you in the next video. If you're looking for some resources on getting help with your marketing, getting help with your business, and looking to take that next step forward, go ahead and click some of the links below to learn more about working with my team, working with a marketing coach, and so much more. That being said, I hope you guys have a great rest of your week, and I will see you in the next video.